Welcome to your first look. It is Lucas Oil Pro Motocross from Spring Creek, Millville. That's what it is. Yeah, they know it as Millville. Jason Weigandt, Kellen Brauer here. We call it Millville, and we also call it one of the favorite tracks of all the riders in this series. Kellen, you've been here before. We watched plenty of races. Everybody loves Millville, dude.
Dude, it is an incredible facility. Just standing in the middle of it, it feels like you're just surrounded by like motocross greatness on either side of it. But obviously the surface of the track, very raceable, loose soil. The hills that are combined into it to make it really challenging. You have off-camber corners, you have sand rollers, big jumps. It is an incredible racetrack.
Yeah, it's kind of like I always say the greatest hits. It's like the best of every track combined into one track with the uphills and downhills, a little bit of hard pack, a little bit of sand, rough whoops, big jumps, everything that you'd want. And we even have perfect weather, I think, this weekend, including what we already had leading up to it yesterday.
Yeah, so we had some rain overnight. It was quite a bit, but it seems like the track's going to wear in pretty nice because of that. We're going to get the moisture kind of soiled in a little bit today, and it should make really raceable conditions tomorrow, as we've seen with the lower temperatures this year, as you have said. Yeah. Really good races because everybody's a little bit kind of fresher throughout the day, and then you add some moisture to the track, makes a more raceable track. I think we're in for a pretty good weekend of racing.
Yeah, absolutely, but don't take it from us. Take it from the absolute experts on Millville, the Martin brothers, who we caught up with earlier. Now, Jeremy's not racing right now because of shoulder surgery. He is going to be on the television show with me throughout the weekend, so we're going to make him a television reporter right now. And also some guy, Phil Nicoletti's over there also.
All right, so hey, since you're going to be on the broadcast tomorrow, little man, I think it's only fitting that we warm you up by you interviewing Phil and I. What do you say? Are you capable of that?
I think I am capable of that.
Very nervous right now.
What do I do with my hands, you know? I'm getting sweaty palms right now. No, but Phil, I mean, I hear that you're going to be leaving at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. What's the deal?
Getting out of here. I don't want to be around for Al's farewell tour. It's sad for me, you know? And, you know,
he's been here all week, but he's going to leave Saturday morning.
And his podium streak in Millville might go down the drain because, what, 4 podiums here?
In a row, yeah.
Yeah, in a row. Last year doesn't really count because he was injured, but tomorrow I doubt we'll be on the podium, so there's no reason to stick around.
Yeah, well, what do you think about that, Alex? How do you feel about that?
There's no confidence, man. No confidence at all.
I mean, this is the Troll Train's home territory, so, you know, we're hoping he can pull some stuff out of his ass and get this done.
You're going to fail tomorrow on the broadcast. So you have about
I already swore.
You have about 4 hours and 58 minutes to go.
I got a lot of research I need to do yet tonight.
You're failing on the broadcast, I'm failing on the track.
Oh, come on. Stop it.
Well, there it is. RacerX will hire anyone for a first look. That includes the Martin brothers and their buddy Phil. Phil's not racing this weekend. Don't get your hopes up. We're going to talk 450 class, which doesn't include Phil, but does include Alex Martin in a moment. But first to mention to our sponsor, 6D Helmets. They are committed to the relentless pursuit of better brain protection, with 6D's patented Omni-Directional Suspension technology providing protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. Established in 2011, 6D is the technological leader in both motorcycle and bicycle helmet design. All right, Kellen, let's talk 450 class. It is so weird that it just feels like Eli Tomac's series. It feels like it's his championship to win or lose, but he's not the points leader.
It really is. It really is weird that way. But I guess this is a little bit the quintessential Eli Tomac, right? He gets rolling slowly. Like, yes. Even in Supercross, it takes a little bit to get going. So in a way, it's not weird that he's not the championship leader yet, right? Because he's always either catching like Kenny or somebody like that, and it just happens to be Chase this time. I still think, though, that it's not, oh, it's just going to be Tomac from here on out. I think we're going to see Sexton start to flip the script here a couple times. It's coming down to more or less who starts in front of who, it seems like to me. And Sexton hasn't had it there with the starts lately, but, I mean, a couple good starts this weekend could really turn his fortunes around.
Yeah, because Tomac's been so good lately with all the overall wins in a row and moto wins in a row, it is kind of overshadowed the fact that Sexton, here's the one thing everybody wanted him to do, just figure out the consistency. My God, has he done it? He's done exactly what you've asked him to do. He has not had one bad moto yet this year.
No, and not crashing too, which was the thing that was happening all the time in Supercross. We were starting to think like, oh, he trained with Stu, he just figured out how to go fast and crash.
Yes.
No, he's figured out how to go fast and not crash, but he just, you know, like it comes down to the starts again. If he can get out front, it clearly has a pace. We know he has the fitness, the pace, the endurance, and all that, but the starts have just been hampering him.
Yep. Now, he did have the starts at Southwick, but that's Tomac's track. It could be different here if he starts ahead of him here, so don't add us in the comments and say Tomac passed him last week. Dude, that was Southwick, okay? Real quick, 450 class, we're seeing who else can get in. I feel like it's a broken record. Could Jason Anderson get back in it? And then we have to talk about Ryan Dungey. It is Millville. We're still waiting for that podium that we thought would already maybe be here after High Point. Maybe this is the day. It's Millville.
Maybe this is the day, but I'll tell you what it really is going to be. It's going to be electric here with Ryan Dungey back in Minnesota. The fans are going to go nuts. It's obviously going to probably push him a little bit, and he's comfortable at this track. He's won here a lot before. I think you combine all those factors together, he's been getting better starts too. Yeah, I think the podium's definitely in play for Dungey tomorrow.
Oh, can you imagine how big that would be here at Millville? A couple other riders, of course, Ken Roxon's still in it, Christian Craig's still in it. Max Anstey was really fast last week. He's back again this weekend. I think this will be the last race for him. Let's talk 250s real quick. Jett Lawrence, I believe he rides to not blow it. And then once the engine blew, he said, I can't do that anymore. I have to start throwing down. He has been ridiculous in the last 3 motos. I think better than before the DNF.
Yeah, really, really good. Obviously, for him, the starts are there. But I think what's really the key to Jett's success this year is he's really good at race management, you know? Like, he'll lead, he'll pull away, but then if someone starts catching him, he kind of realizes, like, okay, let me save myself, because when they get here, I'm going again. Like, I'm going to pull this gap back out, break them a little bit, and it's worked. Like, you know, look last week with Kitchen. Kitchen was all over him at the start of the race, and Jett was just like, I got this, no big deal. Pulled away to a 10-second lead at the end. It's that kind of management mode that's going to be tough to beat him, because if he starts out front and then they catch him and can't pass him, he's just going to pull right back away again.
I think what we've learned is there's all this hope, like, look, this guy's going as fast as Jett, or his brother's taken the point seed from Jett, or battled him at High Point. We're starting to realize that it's almost by design. Jett's doing just enough to win by just enough, and if they go faster, he might be able to go faster too. That's kind of what we're seeing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna. I think if you have Joe and Hunter start with him and they can push each other the whole moto, yeah, maybe we see a different script a little bit. Maybe it's something that he can't control that well, which is kind of what we saw happening at Redbud a little bit to a degree before his engine blew, and we never got to see the conclusion of that, unfortunately. But yeah, he just manages from the front so well. It's going to be tough to really stop that.
Yep, and he would be 6-0 on overalls if his engine didn't blow up. Can you believe that? He'd be 6-0. So we'll see if anyone can change that as we go into this weekend at Millville. Ryder DeFrancisco, by the way, is back in action. He skipped Southwick. He's back here. He was a factor with the start at Redbud. So we'll see if that mixes it up. Should be great racing at a track that everybody loves. Thanks for 6D for backing our show. We'll see you on Saturday.